This video is on cooking bamboo shoots. There's like a plethora of different recipes. I'm taking the one from Lee Kim. At least similar. That and a couple other influences, but mostly the Lee Kim one. I don't like using their recipes, but honestly, it was the prettiest one, and it had the most in common with the rest of them. So we need our bamboo shoots, dried shiitake mushrooms, Chinese ham, which is apparently prosciutto. It's the same thing, just thicker cut, and then you're supposed to cut it thin, so, but prosciutto. Don't come at me about that one. That, you know, close enough. Sesame oil, chicken bouillon, and soy sauce. To start with, let's get these bamboo shoots open. So this is already cooked. I was told just to rinse it off, and some people said to boil it for like 5 minutes or so, a couple minutes, just to get some of the salt out of it. Tends to be brined, which is fine because we need to rehydrate the mushrooms anyways. So what are we gonna rehydrate these mushrooms in? We're gonna make a nice simple little soup here. So we got a little bit of water in there. Don't know how much. Like I said, this one is definitely not an exact science. No one had a specific recipe for this. So throw in a chicken cube, which should be about a teaspoon of chicken bouillon. Throw in like a half a teaspoon, maybe that was probably a teaspoon of soy sauce, and a teaspoon of sesame oil. And that's it. Simple recipe, very few ingredients. We're gonna rehydrate our shiitake mushrooms here. You could buy fresh shiitake mushrooms and skip this step altogether, which I probably should have done because I was at the store and they had them there. But for some reason I grabbed the dried ones. We're just gonna throw some of them in here. That's probably enough. You want the bigger pieces because presentation. You know, presentation. This is a YouTube video that you're filming, obviously. Get them in there. Once it's boiling, it doesn't need to be a heavy boil. Cut the heat down. Grab the bamboo shoots, drop them in as well, and just let those cook down for like 5 minutes. Honestly, you might not even need 5 minutes. That might be too long. We'll play this one by ear. You're really just trying to get to the point where these mushrooms are floppy, which they already are in like a couple seconds. Maybe like 2 minutes in here. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it needs 5 minutes. Make sure to open up your prosciutto and give it a quick quality test. This is required, right? This is 100% required. You cannot skip this step. God, prosciutto's so good. That's mostly rehydrated already. The video has too much faith in me. They make a nice little circle, right, of mushroom, bamboo shoots, prosciutto. I'm gonna do my best, but that's not me, you know? My best probably is not good enough in this situation. My attention span is far too short to make this pretty. I'm just gonna level with y'all. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna keep on keeping on here. Kind of layering, but also mostly just getting it all in here at whatever order I pick it up at. Whenever you get too far away from the previous prosciutto, throw another one on. This is mostly a soup. No one acknowledges that this is mostly a soup and that this part is just to make it look pretty. But I mean, that's what we're doing. Probably gonna be like 3 pieces of prosciutto. Just from looking at this, just from the scale of things. This smells fantastic, by the way. Probably because it's just like mostly sesame oil. Fun layering. That is really freaking hot. I would not recommend picking it up with your hands like I just did. All right, that's pretty much the dish. Now we gotta take the soup and just pour some of that right on in there. Not a ton, just enough to kind of cover. Okay, this step is very optional, but dig through every single cabinet that you own looking for your steamer basket. Very optional. If you know where your steamer basket is, just use it. Okay, I'm gonna recommend taking some time to air out some grievances with a loved one or a roommate and, you know, really get into it with them, knowing deep inside that, you know, it's all because you can't find the steamer basket and it has nothing to do with what you're actually mad about with them. It's just you lashing out emotionally. Add a little bit of water in there. And then absolutely screw yourself over a second time. Okay, now that you're fueled by nothing more than rage, grab the biggest pot that you've ever owned. That will fit a plate of this size. Put a different tray upside down in there, crank it on high, bring this to a boil so you can steam this for 5 minutes. That's all that you're trying to do right now, is just steam this plate for 5 minutes. And you have to get your big soup pot out that you almost, oh my god, it's upside down. Okay, Now that you can't find your steamer basket and this was too big to fit in the thing that you steam things in, grab your massive soup pot that you only bust out maybe once a year to cook stuff with on a very rare occasion. You almost never use this. Put a different dish upside down underneath there and then place your dish on top. Put this on high. Because you want to boil this, because your goal here is to just steam this for 5 minutes. This is all for 5 minutes of steaming. I don't think you understand how little this will probably affect the flavor of the dish, but we're here now. We're doing it. Once this starts to steam up, because it's starting to boil, lid on, come back in 5 minutes. Hopefully everything doesn't explode. All right, it's been 5 minutes. Cut the heat. That's easy enough to grab. Move that to the side. And let's put on some gloves, because this is going to be really hot in there. You should probably wait a little bit of time before you reach in there to grab this. But I have really good heat-resistant gloves. There's one thing that I own in this kitchen that's actually good. It's these gloves. They were like $10, $15 maybe. There you go. That's the name. On Amazon. My buddy had them. I used them once. I was like, these are fantastic. And there we go. You can see the prosciutto changed color a bit. Everything looks a bit dull and brown now. Let's give it a try. It tastes like sesame oil. Crunchy, crunchy sesame oil. It's not bad. No part of me dislikes this. Grab a mushroom with it. You know what? Let's do a whole little... Oh, wait, actually, let's not do that. I need to take a photo first for the thumbnail. Be right back. Okay, we're back. Took the photo. Here's the plan. I want to bite with everything. Just get up underneath this piece of prosciutto. Fold it. Also, I added green onions. That's incredibly good, actually. Oh, sorry, let me get it back up on my face. That's incredibly good. The salty pork, crunchy bamboo, great combination. Very mild in flavor, though. Give it a try yourself. I don't know what to tell you.